So this is my bullet journal, and this is my pencil case. Look, it's a kimbap pencil case. Isn't it kind of amazing? So I just want to put it out there that I have completely thrown perfectionism out of the window. So you guys are gonna see like messy handwriting and crossouts, and I've totally just embraced it because I need this to be functional and for it to work for me. And I know messy handwriting is relative, but let me show you. This is my normal handwriting when I try to be neat. And this is a very old journal from like, I think 4 or 5 years ago. This is kind of what I mean when I say that my bullet journal is messy. So I have I'm not even going to try to pronounce this name. I think this is the most popular notebook when it comes to bullet journaling. So this is the one that I have. I will link it in the description box below. Unfortunately, I don't know the name of the color of my bullet journal, but in my link, I think you guys will see a whole variety of colors. So this is just a washi tape of the New York City skyline. If you guys watched my A Day in the Life video, you know what this is. This is just a sticker from Glossier, and this is my YouTube sticker. Again, if you watched my video, you know this. And this little guy, he is an emoticon that Brandon and I use really frequently, because sometimes when he watches my YouTube videos, he'll take his iPhone and like kiss it. So that's what this guy is doing. All right, so here is the very first page. Obviously I have my name, I have my phone number and my email, my personal email in case I lose this journal, God forbid. And then just this Glossier sticker because I freaking love Glossier. So here is the little key. Most of them, I want to say the top portion, I think these are the very basic bullet journal like keys. And then this second set, I saw it on this one YouTuber's channel, and that's the video that I was watching when I first talked about my bullet journal in my A Day in the Life video. I'll link her below. I don't know if she created it or she just uses it, but honestly, I never use any of these symbols in my bullet journal. But I do use everything here. I'll explain it a little bit later how I do that. So over here is my table of contents. Any sensitive information you guys will see I have blocked out with this pink post-it note. Yeah, this is just for reference. All the pages in this journal are numbered, and so I don't have to remember exactly where I wrote what. I can just come here and check. So if I wanted to look at my YouTube video ideas, I can just flip over to page 17. And these little colored dots that I made, I just placed a little blue dot next to the monthly calendars, July, August, and then the pink dots show me where I planned for the week. But I'm gonna just stop talking about this because it hasn't been that useful for me. And here are the rest of my table of contents. So the thing that I'm kind of like ugh about is I'm only up to page like 80 in my bullet journal, but this is the last official table of contents page. And so luckily, my next 2 pages are blank, so I can use this space. But had I not left this out, and it wasn't even intentional, I just decided I wanted to not write anything here. I was like, wow, like the table of contents already ran out. I'm not even halfway through my journal. So that's one thing to note. So here is my July monthly calendar, and even now as I'm looking at it, it's just, there's so much going on and it kind of gives me a headache. You guys will see that my monthly calendar for August and September is different. So right now I have like everything here. Dinner meetings, like my YouTube meetup, dance class, my video ideas, and so there was just too much going on here. I color coded, certain things. So I would write down the videos that I was planning each week, and then after I published it, I would highlight it in yellow so that I could easily see. I used the pink highlight to show when I actually went to dance class, and then green denotes when, Brandon had plans that didn't involve me. I know I mentioned this in my A Day in the Life video, but the reason I have washi tape here is so that if I wanted to quickly locate my monthly pages, I can just fan out the pages like this. And you guys see right here, this is my September calendar, my August calendar, And the reason I use the New York City Skyline washi tape for both is they're so much easier to locate. Like as cute as this one is, this is the little food one that I have, the Japanese food. It's kind of hard to pick out. And this is a trick that I also learned from another YouTuber, and I do find that it's very, very helpful. So these are my projects pages, and over here I just wrote down, you know, the ideas that I had from my gratitude videos. They all started out with this little symbol, the little dot, because it's a task. And after I filmed and edited and published it, I just put an X. So this way, I can actually look down and see which of the videos I actually filmed and posted. So I didn't realize that I had the YouTube giveaway video written twice, and so that's why I have this arrow here. So I can actually put an X here because I already posted that video. Over here on this page, I have my shopping ban learnings. If you watched my shopping ban video updates, this isn't new information. I just wrote down the things I'm allowed to buy on the shopping list, things I'm not, and just some notes about what I wanted to talk about in my update videos. And I wrote out my purpose here in case, you know, because there are days where I'm like, why am I doing this? But it's nice to like clearly see my purpose of the shopping ban is to live on a budget, save money, be content with what I already own, and not be consumed with want. I used stamps here, but then it bled over to the next page, so I never used stamps after that. On this page, I've listed out all the purchases I made since my shopping ban started, excluding groceries. And I just dated when I made the purchases. I put little brackets here to show that these were the items that I shared in my 30-day shopping ban update. This bracket shows the items that I shared in my 60-day update. And these are all the items that I purchased after my 60-day shopping ban update. I'm blocking out this page because it contains sensitive information. And this is just a sheet of fabric tape, in case you guys are wondering. Okay, so over here I have for reference like very easy recipes that I go to, and this is like my favorite recipe for making crispy chicken wings. Brandon and I used to make spring rolls often, and these are all the ingredients that go into it. Recipe for the sauce and recipe for kimchi jjigae. Not sure what happened over here, but I just wrote down the exchange rates for US dollars to Korean won, and I just kept track since like 2014 just because I want to see how it changes. And then just random doodles here. This is my first weekly spread, and I kind of use this for future planning. Like, I wanted to write down things that were coming up this week, and I hated this page. Again, just really messy. When I look at it, it doesn't look very clean and clear to me. So I did find a new way to plan my weeks, as you guys will see later. This whole journal is like a learning process, and so whatever didn't work for me in the beginning, you guys will see what changes I made to make it work for me. On this page is my first daily bulleting. Here are some of the tasks that, you know, I needed to take care of. Tasks and appointments. The tasks started out with the little dots, and then whatever was completed, I put an X, and then whatever I didn't complete, I have this little, I don't know, greater than sign, and that, when it points this way, it just means that I have migrated it. So either it falls onto the next page or I have it scheduled so that I can complete it on another day. These little triangles show like appointments that I have. So for example, on Tuesday, I have the little carrot going up. Whatever plans I have in my daily bullet, if it doesn't happen, like this dance class, I will go ahead and cross it out, and this carrot will stay put. Now, if I have an appointment with someone, like here, to show that I went to my appointment with my client, I just fill the bottom of the carrot with a line so that it becomes a triangle. And the reason for all of these little symbols that I find really helpful with the bullet journal is I can scroll down quickly and see if there are any tasks or appointments that are incomplete. And it's just a really quick way to check without having to read each entry, right? So I can look at Wednesday, see all these X's, boom, 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 all the things that I planned, they're all complete. Here's my skincare log for July 2016, and these are all the products that were in my rotation for the month of July. If you guys read this note here, it says this month's skincare log is inaccurate because not every product used was recorded. I wasn't really good about filling this out. Like as you can see, I haven't even colored in the days that I used a Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser day and night. Instead of stressing myself over it, I just try to do a better job in August. On this page, I just wrote little notes. So like here, right here is July 2nd. These are the products that I use, and I'll just write like a one-liner of, you know, how my skin's doing, whether I'm experiencing breakouts. And this skincare log helps me keep track of hormonal acne or if, you know, I'm reacting to a product or something. So this is just very helpful for me. On this page, I just keep track of my YouTube subscriber count. So it says October, I hit 2,000 subscribers. In June, I hit 7,000 subscribers. This is just a little note that I wrote to myself because I know this is weird, but I almost just want to cap my subscriber count at 10,000 because when I think about the day where I can't get back to every comment and, you know, just receiving too much input, it kind of makes me sad. Personally, I would just rather have like 10,000 true fans versus having like 500,000. Yeah, and you know, it's just fun for me to track the growth of my YouTube channel. So there's that. Here are some YouTube video ideas that I just jot down. If it crosses my mind and if there is enough of an interest for me to think about actually filming it, it goes on this list. And anything that I have filmed and posted gets a little check mark next to it. So on this page, I've written down some brands that I would love to work with. Glossier, no surprise. Beauty Heroes, no surprise. Made by Graham. Over here, I wrote Lauren Hooper with a heart. Lauren, if you're watching, she is a friend that I made through YouTube, and she really encouraged me to reach out to the brands that I wanted to work with. And so I've reached out to these 4, and the check marks denote that I've heard back from them. Everlane I haven't heard back from. Bite Beauty I never reached out to. And this one is really special. Shop Nifiliad. It's a jewelry shop, and the maker and owner, Scarlett. Hi Scarlett. She's actually a viewer, and she reached out to me on Instagram one day to tell me that she really loves my videos. And I just happened to take a peek at her Instagram and saw that she was a jewelry maker, and I'm obsessed with her pieces. She's someone that I would love to collaborate with. So she's on here. You guys should go check out her website to look at her designs. It completely in line with the stuff that I love. These are just some wish list things I want for my home, beauty products, tech stuff, YouTube related equipment, books I want to read, just some gift ideas here. I really like the yogurt gummies, and for those of us that grew up drinking yogurt, like mostly Koreans, I feel like this is like a cute little gift from Korea. And one thing I would love to gift in the future for, you know, my girlfriends or my mom, my sister, my grandma would be a Beauty Heroes subscription. So I just wrote that down here. And having a gift ideas page is so nice because, you know, when someone's birthday comes up and you're like, oh, what do I get them? I don't want to gift another Amazon gift card. It's nice to have a page to refer back to. Over here are just my makeup shades, just for reference. If, you know, someone were to ask me, what shade are you in the Dior Skin Nude? I can say, oh yeah, I'm a 31 Sand. So when I first started out with the bullet journal, if you guys remember watching in Brandon's Day in the Life vlog, I was kind of stressed out because this was an issue I didn't think about. So for reference pages like this, once I finish this bullet journal and I file it away and I have a new bullet journal, if someone were to ask me, oh, what is your foundation shade in, you know, the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation? It annoys me that I won't be able to pull out my current journal and give an answer. Like I would have to come home, go through my catalog of old bullet journals to like reference this. So that's kind of annoying. And I don't want to have to like copy this page over into future bullet journals. Just want to give you guys a heads up on that. Okay, here are my makeup shades for concealers, just some morning chat topics. So if there are things that I definitely want to talk about, I will throw it on this page so I don't forget. And then I randomly drew this dog, and this was a little inside joke message that I wrote to my best friend Jessica. So here is phase 1 of how I improved my future planning for the week. I wanted to create a section for meals so that it can help me meal plan, and if there are certain days where I know we're gonna be eating out or we have like dinner meetings, I can write that in here and it gives me just like a quick glance at, you know, what I need to buy for groceries. And over here, I just wrote down things that I need to take care of or upcoming things. Like I was gonna take an online course here, and so I wrote that in. And then this is for me to have an overview of what's coming up in the week, and then I will plan daily. For example, here it says Wednesday, right? So maybe on Tuesday night, I will write down, okay, what are the things I need to do tomorrow? I can look over at my weekly spread and see that I have a social media marketing course that I'm gonna take on Wednesday. So then I can write it in here. So the weekly pages really help me plan out my days. These are my context pages, and the reason I have context pages, I learned this from GTD, Getting Things Done. You guys hear me talk about this system all the time because Brandon got me on it. You know that feeling you have when, you know, you go to a certain neighborhood or a certain area, like for example, Gangnam. And when I get there, it's like, oh, I feel like I had something to do in Gangnam. What was it that I had to do? And that feeling is really annoying. So when I remember, okay, next time I'm in Gangnam, I need to pick up art box tweezers because my friend Susanna like raved about it and I need to replace my current ones. So then I'll throw it on here, and after I purchased it, I just checked it off and wrote the date that I purchased it. Same thing here. I needed to pick up an Etude House Dr. Mascara Fixer for a friend, and I usually visit the Etude House store in Itaewon. So I have context, Itaewon, and I wrote that here so that the next time I'm there, I can turn to this page and pick up what I need. More context pages. Shinsa is another neighborhood that we frequent, and that's where I would go to sharpen my eyebrow pencil. So it's like, oh, next time I'm planning to go to Shinsa, I should remember to pack my eyebrow pencil so that I can stop by the department store and get it sharpened. And I did that on August 18th. This page I really haven't used. It's stuff that I need to take care of at the bank, but I noticed that whatever I need to do at the bank, I will just write it in my daily bullets. So I just have not had any use for this page, but lesson learned. So this is my post office errands page. Again, I didn't find this page useful because if I'm planning to go to the post office on a certain day, I'll write it in my future planning for the week, and then I'll write it in my daily bullet. So, I mean, I have one entry here because I gave it a try, but I just don't naturally gravitate towards using this page. Daiso is a dollar store in Korea, and whenever I need something from here, I will list it down. I haven't needed anything, which is why this page is blank. Dry cleaning and stuff for home. I don't know what my intent was for this page, but I don't use it. And this is my dry cleaning page. I want to wash my sneakers before I go to Hawaii, but this is something that I put into another list that I will show you guys, and so this page hasn't been very useful for me either. Another useless context page. It's, you know, stuff that I want to remember from my students, like to bring loose leaf for Aston, but I don't really use this. I have a separate teaching planner, and I noticed that, you know, I will use that solely for teaching stuff, so this page didn't need. This, oh, I love this page. Okay, this is my waiting for, specifically packages. I make a lot of online orders for groceries or home supplies, and you know, because I shop online frequently, it's easy to forget the orders that I placed. And so after I make the order online, I will immediately turn to page 39 and I will write down what it is I ordered. I'll write down when I ordered it, and then once I receive it, I will date it. So then it gives me an idea of how many days it takes for certain things to get to me. As you can see, I've received all of my packages except this one. I placed a Beauty Heroes order on the 19th. And this page is probably my favorite because it's so nice. I mean, I could easily have forgotten about certain orders, but I can just scroll down real quick. Oh, I see a blank. Oh yeah, I ordered this. I wonder when it's coming, sort of thing. Pinocchio's nose is not that long because he's not lying. I don't know why I did that. I don't get it. This is my waiting for page, and this is different from the packages because let's say I emailed someone about making an appointment. and I'm waiting to hear back from them, waiting for a response. So instead of having like all of these thoughts in my head, like, oh, what was it? There's something that, I think I'm forgetting about. There's no room for that, because if I'm waiting for anything, I will go ahead and write it on this page. I emailed an artist because I love his music and I wanted to get permission to use his song in my vlog. And so I emailed him, and once I got a response from him, I checked it off and love this page too. Over here is my someday maybe page, and I've blocked it out because it's sensitive information. What would fall on this page is things that I want to do someday maybe, but I don't have a set date for. So an example of what might go on this page is skydiving. I don't have any immediate plans to go skydiving, but yeah, someday maybe I'd like to go skydiving. It would fall on this page. This is kind of like a dreaming page. This page, again, context, husband is Brandon. So if there's certain things that I need to ask of him or he needs to take care of, I will list it here so that I can follow up with him. So one of the things I wanted him to do was request vacation at work for these dates so we can go to Hawaii. And so I've sent him an email asking him to do that, and then I wrote it on this page so that if he hasn't gotten back to me, I can look at this page and go, hey babe, I sent you an email about requesting vacation days. Did you do it? This page is specifically for him, obviously, so anything that I need to discuss with him or take care of with him will fall on this page. E-Mart is a supermarket where I get my groceries delivered, and I have like my regular things that I order every week, like eggs or certain vegetables, but anything outside of that, like Tabasco sauce. We probably go through a bottle, I don't know, like every 2 months or something, because we're fiends. So something that doesn't fit into the weekly grocery orders, I'll write here. Same thing, this is my Costco page, so the next time I go to Costco, I don't just buy a million things that I don't need. I can look at this and go, oh yeah, these are the things that I have to pick up. This page is for iHerb, and I love iHerb. I get a lot of things that I can't find in Korea. So this is a page that I use frequently. Actually, I love iHerb. I would love to work with them. I love them as a brand. So let's go to our table of contents and go to brands I want to work with, page 19. I've just added iHerb to my list of brands I want to work with. So some more context pages. These are things that I want to get from Amazon. Tmon is basically like a Groupon in Korea. So sometimes if I find deals, I might shop through here. Gmarket is probably the closest thing to an Amazon in Korea, because unfortunately Amazon doesn't ship everything to Korea. So if I can't find it here, I'll try to look for it here. Here is my August spread, and already when I look at this, I feel really zen compared to, July spread, which gives me anxiety. So what I decided was I really had to think about what I wanted to use my monthly spread for. And I have decided that I want to use it to plan videos. So whatever videos I want to film that week, I will write it out. And the ones that got filmed, edited, and published, they get highlighted in yellow. Like right here, it says bullet journal flip through. Obviously, I haven't published it yet, so it's not highlighted. I also wanted to write down when I received products that I ordered, just so that it gives me an idea of how long a product lasts me. So I know that I got the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint and the concealer from my mom, and so when I run out, I'll have an idea of how long the product lasted me. And I also like to write down the first time I use new products here. This little flag over here, it says pay rent. And this is something that reoccurs on the 22nd of every month. And actually, I already paid rent on the 22nd of August, so I can go ahead and remove this little post-it flag and then move it over to the next month, September 22nd. September 22nd, boom. Now everything else, dinner appointments, events we need to attend, my client meetings, all of that is in my Google Calendar. And I find that that's the best system for me. This page is just like a fun little reminders to myself. So I wrote, don't cut your hair, wait till you're older. Because every time I cut my hair, I kind of regret it. And it's like, when I'm like in my 50s or 60s, I'm pretty sure I won't have the same hairstyle. So let's just, you know, stop cutting the hair. So I put myself on a haircut ban until next May 2017. I'll get a trim. And you know, the times that I feel discouraged or hopeless, I like to remind myself of these 3 truths. And actually, my cousin Jasmine shared this with me. It says, God doesn't make mistakes. God doesn't waste things. God is good. And then I just wrote, He's always on time and He's never late. Here are just some websites that I want to check out, nothing special. Here's my August skincare and makeup log. I've done a better job, not the best. As you can see, there are days that I didn't take any notes on my skin. So this page is pretty special to me. It is my 5 love languages page. And if you guys are unfamiliar with what the 5 love languages are, there is a book about it. There is a quiz you can take at this website. But basically, there are 5 love languages, and each of us gravitate very strongly towards certain love languages. And those are gifts, words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, and touch. So what this means is these are some of the main ways that someone can feel loved. And usually the way that you feel love is how you give love. For example, Justin is my brother. He is such a good gift giver. He's so generous, and that's how he shows love to the people in his life. And the numbers next to it are scores that were generated by taking the quiz at this website. So the highest number of points you can score in each category is 12 points. So for my brother, gift giving scores an 8. Brandon, he feels the most loved when he receives words of affirmation. So words of encouragement do a lot for him. He scored a 9. My grandma feels very loved when people spend quality time with her. She actually scored an 11 out of 12. I'm the same. My love language is quality time is pretty high. I scored a 9, and Brandon scored an 8. Acts of service, Gail and I, this is our strongest love language. We feel the most love when people do things as an act of service. So when Brandon comes home and he does the dishes for me, oh my gosh, I'm like ready to pounce on him. My sister and my brother also really value acts of service. Unfortunately, I don't have scores for her. I forget. Brandon's love language that he scored pretty highly on is touch. So that is why when he comes home from a long day of work, he will plop his feet on my lap on the couch, and when I massage his feet, he feels very loved. And as you can see, the love languages aren't just for romantic relationships. And this is so important because it's really important for 2 people to be on the same frequency. Let's say you have a couple, right? And the husband really loves to give gifts, but the wife really values quality time. So let's say he comes home and brings her a present every single day. And for her, she still feels unloved because all she wants to do is spend quality time with her husband. For him to understand that that's what she values, instead of the gift giving, he can love her by spending time with her. And that way, both parties can best love each other in a way that will translate and be understood. Another daily bullet spread. This page, Ali Cherry, one of my favorite YouTubers, she shared a recipe for an all-purpose cleaner that is non-toxic. And this is what I use to clean my house. So I wrote the recipe here for easy reference. Here are some notes that I just jotted down when I was in the very early stages of planning our Hawaii trip. And so I just wrote down a potential flight. I don't even think this is the one that we're getting on, but yeah, just note taking. Because I wanted to find a better way to plan my weeks, I just did a rough sketch of what I thought might work. So that's this. And then here are some notes that I took before filming my everyday makeup tutorial because I wanted to write down the shades that I use. So here's phase 2 of my weekly planning. As you can see, there are 3 columns. So here is just my week at a glance. Some appointments that I have, like Skype with Jeannie from Beauty Heroes. There was a Be More Human party that we had to attend. Meal planning here. And then I wanted to just write down a few things that happened that week. So for example, on August 10th, I got my period, but hey, I didn't have any cramps. On this day, we booked our Maui tickets and we bought Pentatonix concert tickets. Here, I FaceTimed with one of my best friends, Kayong. So this is a nice little walkthrough of what I actually did this week. Another daily bullet spread. things I wanted to add to my Depop store, which is like not doing well at all, probably because the shipping prices are insane. So I don't know, I might drop this project. Here are some things that I wanted to do in Hawaii and certain things I wanted to do before Hawaii. So this little B with the circle denotes things I want to take care of before Hawaii. For example, I need to order some more Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser to my sister. I need to dry clean my sneakers. Maybe I want to get a gel mani because I have credit at this nail salon that I should use up. And whatever I changed my mind on, they got crossed out. Like buy Dr. Bronner's Castile bar soap. I don't really need it yet, so I crossed it out. Here is my September spread. It's still very empty. As you can see, I have not planned out my videos for this month yet, except for one actually. On this Monday, I would love to film a morning chat with my sister in Maui. Like that would be a dream come true. So I have some notes here. Morning chat with Julie, and I am strongly considering daily vlogging while we are in Maui. Here are some more little posted flags that reoccur every month. So on the 1st of every month, I withdraw blow money. So these right here, I just quickly wrote down when my sister and her boyfriend are arriving in Maui, when we're flying out to Maui. I'll probably erase these. It was just more of a brain dump so I could get a visual. So more daily bulleting. I realized I do like the spread of how I planned out my weeks this way with 3 columns, so I'm gonna stick with this. I started jotting down a few things that I want to pack for Hawaii. It's incomplete, obviously, because there's no way that I'm only carrying these makeup items, so this is still a work in progress. I decided that I wanted to have a separate page for things I want to take care of before Hawaii, like, you know, booking an Airbnb or researching car rentals. So I dedicated these 2 pages for that. Oh my gosh, guys, we are at the end. These are the last 2 pages of my bullet journal, pages 82 and 83. So what I did this morning was I looked through every single comment on the gratitude giveaway video, and I haven't responded back to everyone yet, but you guys have just blown me away. Thank you so much for just sharing your feedback, because it gives me such a good idea of what you guys are enjoying, and also it gives me a really good idea of things I want to film in the future because you guys seem really interested. So I have little notes here. I'm so happy that a large majority of you love morning chats, because this one is an easy one for me to film and edit, and I really do like this time with you guys. I am so surprised by how many of you guys liked gratitude, because to be completely honest, based on like statistics alone, I don't get very many views from my gratitude video. So I was kind of like, oh, maybe people just aren't really into it. But this was voted as your 2nd most favorite video series. And so I'm very surprised by that. And for those of you guys that think that, you know, I'm not filming these anymore, I'm just not filming them on a weekly basis. So I think I'm gonna try for at least once a month. And then Dating My Husband was your 3rd favorite video series. I actually forgot to add these 2 pages to my table of contents. And if I could give you guys a tip, as soon as you fill out certain pages, go and add it to your table of contents, because once you forget to do that, it's easy to lose track. So I wrote a note here to add to the table of contents. So let's go do that together. So if you look here, the last thing I wrote was what I have written on page 79, but I shouldn't have stopped there. Pages 80 to 81 is something that's sensitive, so I'll fill that out later. And then pages 82 to 83, I'm going to write gratitude, giveaway, video, feedback. Let's go back to this feedback. I was also surprised that you guys want to see more capsule makeup and wardrobe videos from me. So most of you guys commented on your favorite video series, but gratitude, the marriage is hard one, was one that you guys specifically mentioned as a favorite, and I was pretty surprised by how much you guys loved this one, so that was really helpful for me. I also noticed that you guys want more vlogs and a day in my life video from me, and beauty videos is another one that you guys want more from me. So yeah, this is really helpful in me planning future videos. Thank you so much. I plan to get back to your comments soon-ish. I'm still processing just all the love that you guys always give me. So just know that you're not forgotten. And that's it. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are amazing. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you hadn't already. And if you'd like, you can follow me on Instagram right here. Have a great week and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!